leave a little extra time because parking can sometimes be a hassle, or people don't know where to send you to appropriate room or whatever. But here we are, and there will be a few more people coming in, and that's fine. So this is really a fun evening because we get to hear about all the interesting things that our mentees have been exposed to. And mentees, we've asked you to just give a very short synopsis of what you've done. So mentors, perhaps you don't know this, but the mentees will have a slide, and I don't know what the picture is yet, but you'll find out on that slide, and just some highlights of what they've done. And mentees, what we'd like you to do is come up here and stand where Susan is, and you may refer to your slide, but remember we can all read, and so you don't have to read that slide verbatim, right? So just kind of look at it once in a while, but just give us a highlight or two of your experience, what really stood out for you, the value that you received, that kind of thing, okay? And then once you've done that, we'd like you to bring your mentor up to the front and introduce your mentor to the group. And then at that point, mentors, you have the opportunity to say something if you would like to about the experience. Okay? All right. So Susan Adams here is going to be running this show, and when you see your picture up there, that means it's time for you to come up, mentees.
So Cora.
Let me get
Cora's our brave one.
Hello everybody, my name is Cora Fontana. I was paired with Tim Panslaw from Traditional Medicinals. One of the great portions for me was the timing of it. So I was with a corporation in Rohnert Park. There actually was a global corporation, about $2 billion. And I transitioned to a new company that was a mid-sized company in Petaluma called LabCon. And so what was really great is I started about in mid-February. And so that was perfect timing with the mentor program to be able to meet with him and just ask him, oh my gosh, like I wanted to get out of corporate America, but now that I'm out of corporate America in this mid-sized company, I'm realizing how corporatized I've been and how do I make this transition, what's normal, this is the kind of dynamics that I'm finding with the leadership. And it was so, it was such a great resource to be able to get that kind of feedback from somebody that I wasn't working with, and because he actually had a corporate background and was working for Traditional Medicinals, which is a local kind of mid-sized company, and so there was a lot of parallels that I could draw on from his experience and be able to, know sort of. It was actually very reassuring to me to be able to hear some of his stories and get kind of validation on some of the things that I was experiencing. So to me, that was just perfect. And I'm hoping that I can continue to do that as things are progressing. It's been about 2.5 months being at the company now. So that was one of the biggest ones. I was able to visit in the sales portion of his office in Petaluma, so that was nice to be able to actually visit the office space and meet a couple people. We went through some of the steps that he follows through his company, and wanting to do a deep dive that I won't go into detail about, but more on like a supply chain and operation side. I really wanted to kind of get into the nuts and bolts, so we walked through some of that, but just more on a higher level. It was really great to be able, even though I just started this job already, he sort of triggered me to think about, okay, well, what's the next step? What's the future plan? What's the 5-year? What's the 10-year? Just to keep that kind of forward-looking approach to things. And then he helped me by sharing a template that I could use to be able to do that. So there's actually many, many more, but those are some of the highlights. So I will conclude with that and welcome Tim up. And if you want to.
I can say a few things.
You can. You are welcome to.
I had a great time with Cora. Again, I'm Tim Panslaw from Traditional Medicinals. It was really nice to actually have somebody to sit down and have a business head on, but had no relation to your day-to-day, so you're not too nearsighted in any issues. So she was a good sounding board for me as well. Talking about some things that we deal with. It also helped me realize that as manager in my current position and kind of took me back. I've been with my company for about 4 years, so it took me back to, hey, I'm hiring somebody, and this guy's coming from Clorox, and he's coming to a $75 million company. I kind of remember what that was like 4 years ago. She helped me remember, so it kind of helps me bridge some of the gaps for my new employees as well. And I will keep in touch with Cora from after this.
Good to know. Kind of put him on the spot there, but.
Great. Thank you. Justin.
Hello, my name is Justin Nathanson. I'm a senior here at Sonoma State who is graduating in the spring. I was paired up with Garrett over at X2 and SAT, and he was able to give me more of a kind of a realistic input of like what it's going to be like after graduation. I'm not going to be staying in the area, and so I was kind of asking more advice on what it's going to be like relocating, what it's going to be like creating a new network without, your social bubble that we've been in for 4 years. Some of the top highlights you can say was he gave me a tour of his company and the offices, what he really does day to day, what they offer to customers. And one of my favorite was when we went outside of his company and we networked with the local businesses around his area. And so I was able to kind of just sit down with other business people that are, also within a company and just have a opportunity to network, and because it's all, it's who you know, and so you never know where those connections are going to come in handy. So, yeah, so I'd like to introduce Garrett.
So I'm Garrett Hill. I'm the CEO at X2 and SAT, and I had a great time with Justin. Looking back, even when we were just sitting here, I think the discussion from him was, what's it like when I get out of school, and what should I do? And I said, what's it like in school, and how do I go back? So I'm here to offer my job. His room, walking across campus here is awesome. But it is refreshing to remember back to 20 years ago when I was in school here, and I've forgotten all of that stuff. I've been institutionalized, even though we're a small company, in kind of the business thing. So I found it to be a very refreshing experience to hear the new ideas and people are in school and coming out. And I hope to stay in touch with you when you go down to Southern California.
Yeah, of course.
And do that. And when we open an office down there, I'll thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Hi everyone, my name is Emma. I'm a junior here at Sonoma State. So this semester I was paired with a recruiter named Jessica at Aerotech. Aerotech is a recruiting agency in Petaluma. It's actually a national company, but I was at the recruiting agency in Petaluma. Some of the stuff we did this semester included reviewing my resume, which was awesome as I plan on applying to internships in the next few months. It's also important as I'll be looking for a job next year, which is really scary, but I'm glad I had Jessica there to help perfect my resume. Another thing I did this semester was attend a professional meeting. The recruiters actually meet at the beginning of every day, and it was nice to see how they work together and plan their goals for the day. I also listened to some recruiting calls. I listened in on how Jessica communicated with her clients and to potential people to work for her clients. And one funny thing that happened during the mentorship is that's my mentor and my dad. And my dad sent me this picture of him and my mentor one morning and said, "Oh, I'm working with your mentor to hire someone at work." So I thought that was pretty cool and random that happened. But yeah, it was a really good experience overall, and this is my mentor, Jessica.
On the spot. Don't feel pressured, mentors.
Well, she did such a good job too. How can I beat that? Yeah, my name's Jessica. I work for Aerotech, like she said. I'm already screwing it up. Yeah, Emma did a really fantastic job. I didn't even know about the mentorship program. Sarah Dove just emailed me and said, "You're doing this," and I was like, "All right, Sarah, keep sending me those college kids for my jobs, and you got it." And really, she recruited me. I'm really, really happy though that I signed up. Emma's been great. She has a really bright future. future ahead of her, and she understands the value of using a recruiting company as a resource as a student. Little tip for everyone in here that's a student. And all the companies out here, hi, let's talk.
Great.
But yeah, great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amanda? And mentors, feel free to use the airtime for a shameless plug for your company. Not a problem. Do you want to redo, Tim?
So, my name is Amanda. I'm a financial management concentration. It was really hard for me to write this PowerPoint because I feel like I got so much out of it. I really wanted to write an essay. I felt like that would have been easier than making bullet points. I feel like really what I got out of it is just a really first-hand look at what financial planning is, what it entails, and the importance of always having good communication with your clients. Really important. Another thing I really got out of it is I knew I wanted to do something in the financial management field. I just didn't really know for sure what. And what was great when I met with David is the more we met, the more we discovered what my weaknesses were and what my strengths were, which we both kind of discovered that loaning or banking side was more of a good fit for me. But yeah, I feel like I really got a lot out of it. My mentor is David Felty.
David, you can plug your other role too.
Yeah, so first of all, my name is David Felty. I'm the president of the Alumni Association.
Great.
Sorry, I forgot to mention.
For all you grads, welcome to the alumni family. We help you join and keep a lifelong relationship with the university because it's incredibly important. This is my first time being a mentor, and so I was glad to have done it. We did kind of go through an evolution in what we did because Amanda came in and said, I just want to be a financial planner. So we talked about what that meant. She went, I don't know if I want to do that. And so we kind of went through it. The neat thing was I used my alumni connections to actually get her, hopefully, potentially a job with a banking institution. So we were able to make connections, get established, and hopefully come next month she'll have a job lined up. So thank you for including me, and I hope we stay in touch and hear more about your career.
Great.
So,
Thank you. Riley.
All right. Hi, my name's Riley. My mentor is Marco in the back. We started out kind of straightforward, I guess, going over like resume, cover letter, and he really helped me take my resume to the next level. But then we started kind of branching out from there. We kind of looked into a lot of like industry-specific news and articles and stuff like that, and really how to like keep in touch with what's going on in like the beer and wine industry. Had a bit of a networking trip to Lagunitas one Friday. No, that was fun. We still have the interview practice we have planned for after the end of the semester, so we're going to stay in touch. And then I kind of had a job shadowing day with him at the winery. I went on a tour of the facility on a really nice day, and then kind of got to see what it means to be a price analyst and kind of get an idea of what I can do with economics after graduation. With that, I'd like to introduce my mentor, Marco.
All right, the networking thing at Lagunitas was actually with another alumni from Sonoma State that got me an internship at Kenwood Vineyards when I first graduated. So it was kind of nice to connect there where he can help me getting out, and now he's at Lagunitas, so brought Riley to come talk to him. He kind of mentored me coming out of school. So that was a nice trip. And I just want to say it was really hard to squeeze everything into 10 or so hours. That was the biggest challenge I had as a mentor was, okay, I want to just spew a billion words at you, but how do you organize that? And so that was a challenge, but a lot of information to get across. And the other thing too, I think it was mentioned earlier, that it was nice to have someone to bounce ideas off when Riley came to shadow. Kind of someone that's not in the day-to-day
So it was nice for me to be able to bounce ideas off of him and see what he thought. Gave some great input. So great experience for me, and hope it's good for you too. So.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie Crippen. I was with Mara at Kendall Jackson in Healdsburg. Some of the things we did was we mostly talked about why we want to go into the wine industry, and I think both of our backgrounds are very similar. We both started doing jobs in productions and then moved to kind of wanting to do DTC, and I think that really helped me learn more about what I actually wanted to do. We went over, we completely changed my resume. We did a mock interview at Kendall Jackson at her office. Some other things we did was I helped out with her family, they're opening up a winery, so I did an event with them for that. We also got to go wine tasting after I turned 21, and yeah. And she's not here today because she had a baby on April 20th, so.
So she's busy.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you, Katie.
Hello, my name is Nicole Diamantini. I'm a junior this year and my concentration is marketing. And I was paired with Tyler Scaturo, who's the brand manager at Pocket Radar. And during this experience, I was able to attend a couple of different meetings. One of them was a quarterly sales meeting, and the other one was just a meeting with different people within the company. And it was really cool to see how each person interacts in a professional meeting, and the different things that they contribute to the discussions. Also, Tyler showed me how to create an advertisement using the computer software, which was really cool to see how that's done. And then also he taught me a little bit about social media marketing and how he manages the Twitter account and the Facebook account and different things that they post on there. Anyway, so it's just been a really great experience. I've learned a lot, and Tyler's been a super awesome mentor. So now I'd like to introduce him.
Yeah, as Nicole said, I'm Tyler from Pocket Radar, and it was a pleasure having Nicole for the mentorship program for my first time. Sarah Dove reached out, and it worked out great. And then Nicole, hard worker, really smart girl, so definitely see a lot in the future.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Trisha Diaz. I don't think my mentor came. Is that okay? Okay. Me and Dan, he's from Bank of Marin. He's at headquarters. I actually met with David, which is from Novato, and he's in the office, so he gave me, so I could see both. And then we went over my resume, and I spent a lot of time meeting other people. I met Elise, and I met David, and I met a couple other people. They had a lot of advice and let me see a lot of different things that you don't just have to go into banking for it. And then it didn't come.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I mentored with Renee. She's a senior account executive at Kiosk Creative, so it's a kind of data mining company that's based in Novato. They also have offices in Canada. So she really helped me with my resume and LinkedIn review. It was kind of something that was so broad that I wasn't really sure how to handle, so she really helped me narrow my focus and showed me how to kind of tailor my resume based on different internships and job postings. She also was really open about just showing me kind of her day-to-day activities and let me ask really open-ended questions about her career goals and her path throughout her career. She also gave me a lot of internship advice and really helped me explore internships and how to apply for those opportunities in the future. And she's not here right now because she's actually in New York dealing with one of her major accounts. So, yeah.
Thank you, Laura. Next is Douglas Harris.
Hello, my name is Douglas Harris and I'm a junior at Sonoma State University and I'm majoring in finance and marketing, and my mentor was Don Swartz of the City of Walnut Park, and he's the assistant manager of the City of Walnut Park. And so the first thing that we did was we did a city tour of Walnut Park, so I got to see where the community center was and the library, and yeah, and then we went to parks, like different parks, and he said like his new plan with having cameras like above bathrooms. And then I went to like mini meetings and I got to meet the city manager and all the people that work for the city, and we just discussed like the plans that everyone in the city was gonna do. Like they were gonna make farms in people's backyards, and then they were gonna like make some different new things like over by the Green Music Center. Then I went to the city council meeting, and that was a good experience because like I could see like how that worked when there were like people making public comments, and like I got to see how everyone like is organized like at the front, like how they sit and everything, and so that was a neat experience and interesting. And then I went to social media talk like at City Hall and just talked about all the social media, and that was that was interesting. And then the last thing that we did was a town hall meeting, and like I got to see it was kind of like the city council meeting, like where people were sitting in the front, like the city manager was in the front and the mayor and all of that. And so yeah, and then people had questions, so like people raised their hand if they had a question like about the city plans and like what they want to do better in the city, like the stoplights in Walnut Park. They didn't like, one person didn't like how you had to wait so long at a stoplight. So yeah, and then towards the middle we just had like a career talk at Sonoma State, and he gave me some interesting topics about how to like get a job and how to do interviews and all of that stuff. And I also went to his office and like listened to him talk with someone else, and so that was interesting too. And Don Swartz, I'll introduce him.
So I'm the oddity in the room. I'm the bureaucrat, the government guy. So the other oddities too, but we'll leave it at that. My personal mission in life is to help organizations and individuals improve their capacity to perform. So doing an internship thing is just, I really appreciate the opportunity, Sarah, reaching out and asking. I love doing that sort of thing. And it was really great working with Douglas. This guy's really inquisitive to ask lots of really good questions about lots of different things, and then clearly interested, because if you can stay awake through the city council meeting, and not get dates to do so, that's really good. So, and my shameless plug is if you have an interest or passion in public affairs and want to make your community a better place, then I want to talk to you, because there is a real need for strong talent in government, and some of the best people around came out of Sonoma State's business school. They decided to go in the public sector, so come and talk to me if you'd like. I'd be happy to talk to you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.
I love that picture. I've never seen it before until right now. So I'm Brooke. My mentor was Perry from Wells Fargo. The reason why I applied for this mentorship in the first place is that my dad is actually a commercial banker, so I wanted to get like a different aspect of like someone else's opinion that's not biased. Yeah, because obviously dad, you know, like banker. So I was like, okay. So I was actually going the accounting route. I'm in the accounting forum. I went to BPM and I did a leadership experience there last summer. I got to see the environment, the whole culture, and I loved the people and I loved the environment that I got to see and how they all worked, but I just felt like maybe it wasn't for me and I wanted to check my other options. So this mentorship program was so perfect for that. Perry is actually awesome. We went over just like his entire, what he does, like everyday responsibilities, like just everything, like financial statements, working with clients, everything. He went over my resume. He just moved some things around. And he also, it was actually really funny because a month before I applied to this, I actually applied to the Wells Fargo Financial Analyst Program, and he introduced me to the guy I interviewed with. So I was like, hi. It was really embarrassing because the questions he asked me on the interview were so not things I knew. So I said, I don't know, probably 1,000,001 times. And so I was like, I'm so sorry, like, please don't remember that interview. It was really bad. And he was like, no, I remember you. Hi. And I was like, thanks, appreciate it. So I got to talk to him, which was really awesome. Perry sadly isn't here, I don't think, so you can't meet him, but he's a really cool guy. So, thank you.
Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel Hashimoto, and my mentor was Mike Ketchum. He's the VP of Finance, and we went over a resume review, and I got to sit in on business meetings and luncheons, and I got to shadow the finance manager, and that is definitely something I want to do when I graduate, so I'm happy I found the job that I'm going to school for. And so I'd like to introduce Mike Ketchum.
Great, thank you. As Rachel mentioned, I'm the VP of Finance for Intelisys, and this is my first time to participate in this program, and it was actually really cool. I kind of wish I'd had this program when I was in college, actually, because there was a lot of questions I had, and I just kind of, floated through the whole process and just, ended up graduating in business and didn't know any better. So anyway, it was a lot of fun, the whole thing. And our shameless plug is Intelisys is a growing company here in the area, and we've been hiring a lot of people lately, and it's really a fun environment. Telecom's not quite as good as wine, probably, but it's still pretty fun. Anyway, thanks a lot, Rachel.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Gabby. My mentor is Jack Seifrick, and he's the founder of Cast Wines. And so since he's a founder of a smaller family-owned winery, there's only 4 people that work there, and I got to meet all of them, which was really crazy to me but they do so well. And obviously that has a different dynamic than, medium-sized wineries, and Jack knows that, so he was able to introduce me to 2 other women within the wine industry who work at more medium-sized wineries, and so I was able to get connections through that, and I was actually offered a part-time job through one of them. Unfortunately, I couldn't accept because I got an internship already, but yeah, it was a great experience, and I really liked going through it. And I don't think he's here today, but yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
This is Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm a marketing and management concentration. What I learned through the mentorship program was how to create a positive environment for all employees and how to market a brand. And just through Sherwin-Williams, we did a lot of marketing, the product, and then I looked at profit and loss reports over yearly and monthly, and then I learned how to make sales calls and how to promote the business. So I'll introduce Jared Schutz.
It was my first year being a part of this mentor program. I think I learned just as much from Lindsey as she learned from me. And I told her what not to do in the professional world through my personal experiences. I've lived those tragedies. I don't want to see her do that. So it was really great, and we just tried to find something that would work for Lindsey moving forward in her career. And I would love to be part of it again.
Great. Thank you, Jerry. This is Erin.
Hi everyone, I'm Aaron. I'm a marketing concentration and a senior graduating next semester. My mentor was Greg Hauser over at Marmot. They're an outdoor gear and equipment company that is headquartered in Roanoke Park that actually aired its first Super Bowl ad recently, so they've gotten some attention in the media for that. My mentor, Greg Hauser, was the product development and design VP, so I got to meet with him and we traced out an outline of my schedule with him to go over with each department how the product development process comes together. So I was able to learn how a product goes from conception to contracting with factories in China and Taiwan to marketing the final design. And since he was pretty busy, he paired me with other people in the company to meet with them. So in a way, it was like having a few other mentors. Sadly, Greg's not here, but he had emailed me and told me that he wishes me the best. So that was Greg.
Great.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I was mentored by Emily Christensen from Fetzer Vineyards, and we did a production and winery tour, so I actually got to see it firsthand and see how the cost actually related to the actual production and the whole winery. And then we also did a mock interview, and she went over my resume and helped me figure it out because I've had a lot of experience and I didn't know how to like put it all on one page. And I've also had advising through her and networking with her coworkers and giving me advice for like internships and how to apply. And then we also did lunch and chat with her coworkers. And next week we're doing a business workshop at Finley. So I'd like to introduce Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. This was my first opportunity to be a mentor, and I was actually mentored in my junior year, so it was really nice to be able to give it back and see how far I had come from where Yvette has, and I'm really excited to see how she grows throughout the process. So that's really great. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rodrigo Núñez. I'm an accounting major. So I was mentored by, I got two mentors, Nancy Frey and Emily Ziegler from Jackson Family Wines. It was a great experience. I got a overview of the whole company. They got me in contact with all their department managers. In my first visit, I met their accounting department managers. Got a job offer on the first the first time, so I got a lot of questions for them, and I got a great overview of what it's waiting for me as in that accounting career. I also met with their marketing department managers. Here I'm in a tour with the vice president of production. So it was a great experience. I'm sorry that it's over now, but yeah. So here's Emily Ziegler and Nancy Frey.
Rodrigo's so awesome, it took two of us.
We always run out of time.
No, we loved the experience with him. He's so inquisitive and asks such great questions, and I would encourage you all to always ask questions, be curious, be inquisitive. And as a hiring manager, we want to find the right person just as much as you want to find the right job, and make sure that you ask the questions you need to make sure that's a good fit for you as well. And I know Rodrigo's going to do really great.
Yeah. So good luck to you, and
we're excited for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Tanner. I applied to this program as a management concentration and I got accepted and then I switched to marketing. So, and I got paired with Amanda and she's actually a recruiter, so it worked out good for me. I used it more as a career development. We went over LinkedIn, resumes, we did mock interview, and then we had to reschedule, but we're gonna meet with the marketing director. And so overall, I think it was a super helpful experience for me because I don't know exactly what I want to do, but she helped make me feel confident that when I get presented with something that I want to go after, I'm gonna be confident in myself and my resume and my interview. So here's Amanda.
Thank you. Like Tanner said, I'm the senior recruiter with Off Tortilla Factory. Shameless plug, we're local. If you're a foodie, call me. But yeah, I kind of got assigned to this on accident in the sense that our VP of Sales was contacted originally. She's based on the East Coast, so logistically it just wasn't as seamless. So Sarah and Susan graciously let me help out, and I got really lucky. I had a great student who reminded me of why I love to do what I do. So we really got to kind of define what she's looking for and kind of explore, like, are you sure you really want to do that? And her initial agenda was, I want to sit in on meetings. I'm like, they're really not that fun sometimes. Are you sure we'll make it happen? So we've got some follow-up meetings. So we're going to keep going until the end of the semester, even though we'll be over our 10 hours. So I'm so excited for her, and this program's awesome. So
Thank you. Adrian.
Hello, my name is Adrian Rojas. I was paired with Mr. Brian Davidson, who's the Vice President and Core System Support Manager at Exchange Bank. I learned a lot throughout our pairing. He exposed me to the technical side of banking, which is very important to me because I have a deep interest in technology as well with finance. So seeing that side of the business really exposed me to that and made me excited for the future. I attended a lot of professional meetings, which taught me a lot about project management, how to be a leader, and how to keep people task oriented. I learned how to market myself through social media, or I should say learned how not to market myself through social media. I do recommend to all my fellow mentees that you do some social media review before you are embarrassed like I was. And that we also did some LinkedIn reviews. So there was some positive and there was some negative, but overall it was a great experience and I'm very thankful. And my mentor, Mr. Brian Davidson.
I'm exceedingly grateful for the chance to participate in this program. I'm really glad it worked out well. I'm also very impressed with Adrian. He's got a very good spirit. He's got a community spirit as well, and I think that's a great thing to have. It was fun to kind of look at our processes through his eyes. I was warned about how his social media review was going to go, but I kept my mouth shut because he worked with our help desk manager, who's very much knowledgeable about social media and stuff.
It wasn't too bad. It was medium bad.
Yeah, it was medium bad.
Medium bad.
So anyway, it was a lot of fun, and I hope to get another opportunity. And thank you all very much.
Great. Thank you.
Blake.
So my name is Blake Schmidt. My mentor was Ivar Bolunder. He's at Morgan Stanley. He's the senior vice president. When I first started, I was kind of looking for what I wanted to get into, trying to figure out where I wanted to go. So I started this program, got into it, met with Ivar, and started asking him questions about, what's it like in the business, how to get into it, and which way to go. He let me know different career paths and different options, avenues to get into wealth management. We also discussed his career, the lifestyle. He has a lot on his plate, works a lot, very hardworking, so I got to see that side of things. Came to the conclusion that I still wanted to get into it even after seeing how hard he works and how busy he is. I got to meet his new partner or team member, Brenda. She graduated from Sonoma State, and so she gave me a lot of advice on just kind of what it's like to jump from school into a professional business. So it was really awesome. This is Ivar.
I'll stand over here like everybody else.
Perfect.
So, this is my first time, and I too got an email randomly in my email box that I responded to, so I'm glad I did. Thank you.
Was it random?
I don't know. I went to another unnamed Pac-12 institution. So anyway, so I wanted to compliment Blake. I thought he came in and kind of looked at more of kind of a finance and kind of not a client-facing job and position. And when I talked to him and we talked kind of through what he wanted, I said, you know, you have incredible people skills, and I said, no matter where you are, those are invaluable, particularly in a client-facing business like ours. And so I think we maybe have a little bit of we talked about different avenues in our industry to go through and ways to get into it, and really how difficult our industry is to get into as a young person now. So I think that was really helpful, and I think for me personally, it was, you know, and I appreciate his honesty because I really stumbled to try to get to him. I was traveling a lot, there's a lot going on. As he knows, we have a pretty complex practice that's not just here. But I think he saw that. I think my partners were more helpful, honestly, than I was in the business, because you can hear from me or any of us that sometimes it's our peers. I think Brenda was instrumental. She came into our firm and was the wealth planning associate, and we have a couple other people in the branch locally in Sonoma County that came from Sonoma State. And I think so if people are looking, there's definitely internship opportunities with some teams in our branch, but definitely we're looking. And I know that Blake, I talked to him, he's got he's going to have some further interviews in our branch, even though he isn't graduating until next year. So it's really good for me to just see, it's kind of encouraging. I've been doing what I do with one firm for 34 years, and it's nice to see a young person that's coming out, because I forgot who said it, when I went to school at an unnamed Pac-12 institution, we didn't have this, so this is awesome. So anyway, so thank you for including me, I appreciate it. He's going to do great. So
thank you. Carmen.
Hi everyone, my name is Carmen Solorio, and I was partnered up with Sarah Davila at his Family Collection Winery in Napa. She's the HR director. We went through all the health and safety forms for employees, and then she taught me the different HR functions with human resources. There's many ways to go, there's not just one way. And she also taught me the employee relations, the different payrolls, and the benefits and training. And also, I was invited to a Woman for WineSense HR Roundtable meeting a while ago, and I met the HR director from Trinquero Family Winery, and actually got a job offer for the summer, which I'm very excited about. And throughout this program, I realized that HR is something I do want to do, and I'm very happy. So thank you for the experience.
Hello everyone, I'm Derek Soto, and my mentor was Rick Sheldon, co-owner and founder of Intelisys. And I remember the first time we met, we made it clear to each other that we wanted to keep in touch as much as possible as we could throughout the weeks. So we made it a strong effort to at least either call each other up, talk at least once a week. And so I thought that was great, especially since Rick has a really really strict schedule. You know, he has a lot of things going on, and I thought that was awesome that he was able to make time each week to at least talk or whatever was going on. And I got to go into the offices at Intelisys a couple times, or actually many times, and I got to do mock interviews with the head of the HR department, Amy, and do resume checks, which I thought was great because I haven't really had much experience with my resume and like interviews, so she was able to go through all that and tell me great suggestions. And another thing that I thought was awesome is he gave me the opportunity to do the Cloud University, which is something they offer to their sales partners. And so I tried it the first time, and I remembered I did the first video, and I thought I need to keep doing this. And so I actually finished all the certification, and I got certified as a telecom professional through Intelisys. So I thought it was awesome. And for the summer, I got offered part-time work, which I'm accepting, and I'll be working with the partner support team over the summer. So I think that's awesome. And I'd like to introduce Rick.
Well, having come out of this institution almost 30 years ago, I can't believe I can't believe I graduated, first of all. and then to be up here actually helping someone else is a tremendous honor. I really appreciate Sarah giving myself and Mike the opportunity. We have a handful of others that saw us go through this and would like to participate in the program, and I would like to as well next semester if I can. First meeting Derek was great. It's just, you don't know. And, I've never done this before. And the thing that strikes me, and I noticed through the years of working, is that if you like a person out of the gate and they're bright and they're someone that you really feel like you want to hang out with, there's a real good opportunity that that person's going to be successful no matter what they do. So when I met Derek, what I really was struck with was just how easy it was to get along with you, and then through the whole process, how genuine that was. And so we really developed a friendship and a rhythm together, which worked well. And he was right. We talked, and I gave him. I said, "Look, you got to manage me." I said, "This is what I want you to do," and he did. And I think there were some really strong days that we were together, and we spent definitely a lot more than the 10 hours. And we got him in the office, and we did a lot. But there was also times that were really casual, and to me, that was some of our best times when I could really understand where he was coming from. With his, family business and his younger brothers, and getting to know him as a person. So I'm grateful that you're going to be working with us. I think you're going to do great, and it gives you a great experience no matter what else you do in your career. So thank you.
Thank you.
Colin. Sad. That's how we're going to end. Before I turn it over to Sarah, many of you in this room are here because of Sarah Dove, and she started this program. So I'd like to hats off to Sarah, and thank you very much for creating this amazing experience. This program is amazing because not only do the mentees benefit greatly, but hearing the experience from you mentors is just very refreshing. It's very inspiring. I know being in the business world myself, to have the enthusiasm and the freshness, sometimes we need that. We need that infusion, and it sounds like this mentor program was able to provide that to you. So we're so glad that you got something out of this, because it's so clear that the mentees did as well. And so I'll hand it over to Sarah.
Ditto everything she just said. We are extremely grateful to all of you folks from the business community or the government agencies. And also very impressed with the students who are proactive and seek out these opportunities. Continue to tell your friends, let them know about the program. You have to be organized, you have to apply at the right time. But as you know, it's a very rewarding experience for all of us. I have some cards here, and I would be more than grateful if you would write a little something about the experience, because we use this in our marketing. When I had to twist his arm, which was pretty easy, actually.
Yeah, you sent me one email and said, sure.
But some people, their arms get twisted, and so it's nice to be able to say, well, I said this. So if you would just write a little bit about the experience, students as well, mentors and mentees, and mentors. If you know of someone else at your organization or your professional network that you think might like to do this, and you're willing to put their name down, we'll give them a call. Okay? So I will pass these out. There's some pens around. If you don't have one, we'd love to get something. And students, on your way out, we have some certificates for you in the back. So pick up one of those. Again, thank you so much, business community. And we hope to see some of you back, and we hope to see your friends back to continue this great program. Thank you.